You should make a conclusion. There is no need to come and go here and there. Just learn about the great compassion. It's not in the textbook. There is no such thing as levels of education here. Everything needs to be used within a sentence. My from my itself, extinction to extinction, cutting with the cutting. This is helping. Cutting and helping through cutting is called the enlightenment, which is used for the blessing. With everything, my from my itself. Use the present language. This will release out from the maintaining of mindfulness. The great compassion, the blessing has to go beyond mindfulness because that is still in the realm of existence. It's a fixation of mindfulness. Mindfulness has an identity. This is all about realms of existence. What is it within knowing? Identity within the knowing. Knowing has identity in it. This is defilement within Vipassana. What is said here, it is not Kamasthana meditation or Vipassana meditation. No is not know itself. Lotus flowers blossom out and discarding its blossoming state. To maintain the blossoming or budding state, it's impossible to pass over it. Maintaining the blossoming and budding state, it's still being in the realm of existence. Therefore, what they said about the wise, the awakened, the enlightened, there is still an identity in it, which is the samudaya, the cause of suffering and the suffering itself. It is overlaying in there. Here again, this is not in the textbook. No is not even know itself. It indicates the dissolvement of anything that overlay the knowing, seeing, looking. This is not in the system of clashing. No is not know itself. My, even from my itself, cutting is within itself. No is not even know itself. Let go of the letting go itself. It's not about letting go of anything, which is means for everything. This will be the great compassion helping through unwinding and releasing simultaneously. This is not an identity in Nibbāna. It's not about anything within anything. It's not about anything within yes or no. This is Mahasvita Nibbāna, purifying samsara continuously, blessed beings, the great compassion. Therefore, use the reminders. Otherwise, there will not be the force to purify for samsara. The reminders will become the samabat that doesn't grasp itself, that doesn't maintain itself. The reminder that doesn't grasp itself actually is cut through itself to help samsara. This is not in the way like what they do from the past. No is not even know itself. They deludedly practicing Kamasthana and Vipassana meditation. What is it that it's practicing? Is the desire. It is the samudaya overlaying this kind of meditation. When they die, they will just be circling within realms of existence. No is not even know itself. We have to conclude like this to purify. No is not know itself. My even from my itself. My purifies even my itself. Not grasping even for the non-grasping itself. This is the purification, auto-purification within the non-grasping. And all about grasping or not grasping. Use the great compassion to help end for samsara only. This art of blessing is not in the textbook. It is all about what the Buddhas doing, purifying through the Buddhas. And we continue in this way throughout Buddha eras. It's not about anything within anything. Mind even from mind itself. Even cutting doesn't take in itself. Cut through even the cutting itself. Some people offering to Luang Po, and Luang Po say, may all beings in the samsara be part of this offering, be part of this giving. Be part of this giving without taking in the merits. If there is significance in the merits, you have to pay back and receive this kind of karmic payback within the angel realm, in the Brahma realm. Give up even the giving up itself. With this, it will give ending towards giving up or not giving up. It will give ending to also sacrificing. Don't expect for anything by giving up, by renouncing. Give up even the giving up itself. This will end all about giving up or not giving up. Then it will be through giving up, through sacrifices. It just be in the way of dedicating or not. It's just circling within samsara. That is not ending, because that is not yet giving up, the giving up itself. There is still an identity within the giving up. It's not yet ending the process of giving up. So give up the giving up itself, not grasping for the non-grasping itself. This will end all about taking or not taking. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind will be brightened out through the emptiness, purifying samsara continuously. Let's not be dwelling within the emptiness. It's impossible. Emptiness is not even emptiness itself. What is there that is dwelling within the emptiness? That is desire, delusion and delusive attachment that is overlaying there. Taking a refuge within sunyata, Nibbāna, is not okay. This is the language of the Arahants, that they are enlightened. Because the Arahants has no attempt to dwell within anything in their nature. When there is something dwelling within the emptiness, it's like it's not empty. Emptiness is not even emptiness itself. Therefore, what is there within the emptiness? That is not empty. There is significance and meanings in it. So whether it's being empty or not is not relevant here. This will not become samuttai within the tithi of sunyata. Tithi regarding the emptiness, the opinions about the emptiness, that which has nothing to do with being empty or not, then it will end all desires to be empty or not empty. That which has nothing to do even within the involvement itself, it will end all about involvement or uninvolvement. Listen to one sentence, ending is right there. Even one sentence, it cannot be taken in. It discards itself, it dissolves itself, it gives up itself within that sentence. That's why one sentence can give ending. If it's taken, then there is no ending. No grasping, even for the non-grasping itself. What is there that is left? There is no such thing as grasping or not grasping that is left. It's the form of the samuttai. Grasping or not grasping is like that. Even the non-grasping is grasped. That is the samuttai. If there is something within the non-grasping, so use the reminder, not grasping for the non-grasping itself, ending all about grasping and non-grasping. It will not become samuttai overlaying. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind will become the medium for the blessing. is not the medium to create karma. Nothing is within knowing or not knowing, seeing or not seeing. If there is an obsession with significance and meanings within anything, it's just karma. Even stillness, there is still holding on to stillness, it is karma. The same as the indifference, being obsessed with giving meanings and significance into anything, it is karma. Therefore, listen to dissolve all the attempt to dwell within stillness or not still, indifferent or not, seeing or not seeing, knowing or not knowing. The attempt to dwell, it is the samudaya. It is the cycle of becoming, cycle of samsara, arising and ceasing. Uninvolved even within the involvement itself. What is there to be arising or ceasing? What is there to be attached or not attached to anything, uninvolved within the involvement itself? It will not become samudaya in the form of trying to attach or detach. Uninvolved even within the involvement itself. No, that is not even know itself. What is there to be understanding or not understanding? If there is understanding or not understanding, there is thitti overlaying within the knowing, being attached to the wisdom that is formed up by oneself. Mind, even from mind itself. Cutting, even within the cutting itself, there is no identity within cutting or not cutting. This is not just a switch. It is a circuit breaker that is switched off for everything all at once from the origin. Brighten out at once in one go. Let go of the letting go itself. It will end all the process of letting go. All types of path will be ended from the Arahanta Mark to Sodapanna path. Without samudaya, it will not become a path. Just end the samudaya. It's not about practicing any ways, any path. End the ending itself. Cease the ceasing itself. To practice anything, it becomes a path of the worldlings. Practicing to let go, to put down, is the path of the noble ones. It is the samudaya that's still overlaying. It's not ending here. In order to end truly, let go of the letting go itself. It's not about letting go of anything. Otherwise, there is an identity that is acting on letting go. It's not ending the noble path yet. Being deludedly to practice the noble path or the worldling's path is not yet ending. Ending must not grasp for ending itself, because that is not helpful for samsara. Still grasping for letting go, for putting down, it's impossible to bless samsara. Still stuck with grasping. Put down the putting down itself instead. Let go of the letting go itself instead, simultaneously with everything. Everything is put down the putting down itself. It's not about put down everything. Don't intervene to put down anything, because that means there is an identity to do this act. Everything is let go of the letting go itself. This is all at once brighten out in one go. What is there to be let go of? Even letting go of defilement, it is the defilement that is doing this act. It's impossible to end when defilement. Let go of the defilement itself. It's the same side, the same matter. In the act of letting go, in all types of noble path, not just for the noble, the worldling's path. Each one on one's own practice. This is the path of the worldlings, always taking in individually. The path of the noble ones is attempting to let go. What is there to be let go of? Everything is anatta. The attempt to let go is anatta, and the object of let go is also anatta. Using anatta to let go of the anatta, it is a delusion. That it has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go. This will have nothing to do with being anatta or not. This is being enlightened to already, to this truth. But there is no cutting to the cutting itself. That's why it's messy. All types of vipassana meditation doesn't work. Look at them when they die. Where are they? Once you begin, it becomes samsara immediately. That is not relevant even to the irrelevance itself. It's not about the attempt to begin or to end, so that it will not become samsara of the noble ones or the samsara of the worldlings. Don't forget that the noble one's path is still samsara within itself. What is there to be let go of? Let go of the letting go itself, so that it will end the identity of acting on letting go. Otherwise, it's gonna be just being deluded to the defilements that try to let go of the defilements. Everything is anicca and anatta, is being enlightened by the Buddha already to this truth. What are you playing with, huh? What are you playing with? Let go is anatta. The object of letting go is anatta. Using anatta to let go of anatta, what is happening? Who is it? Who is teaching this? Always claiming that is from the Buddhas. Being afraid that no one will believe oneself, huh? Always claiming the Buddha's words. Claiming this page, that sentence, this sentence in the Tripitaka. Being afraid of no one to believe oneself. Being stuck with just believing or disbelieving. This is death, karmic death. Death with deluded viewpoints, believing, disbelieving, having death with faith, on and on. Proceed simultaneously within and without. Mind from mind itself simultaneously with everything. Cutting and helping through cutting. This is the great compassion that is proceeding simultaneously with everything. Ending for the sake of ending is stuck with the grasping mind. True detachment is not about something is detached. Anatta is not about attachment or detachment. It is titti that is made up by the later generations regarding attachment and detachment, always trying to attach and detach. Anatta has nothing to do with attachment or detachment. Anatta doesn't have any meanings as anatta itself. You made up titti to overlay the Saccadhamma of the Buddhas, and then claiming that is from the Buddhas. You hear by your own ears, and the Buddhas didn't write anything for you to read either. These are written by the worldlings. Even the first generation of the Arahants, they didn't write on anything. They use memories and then they share through the words of mouth. That's all. But the recent generations, they just fabricate all the written, arrogant, distorted until just grasping for that which is not about grasping, just grasping, 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 take and take and take. The later generations, when they do the revise of Buddha's words, they just wasting time with so many cigarettes and all the drinks. This is so dense. Even one sentence is not anything. But the book has been made up so dense, so thick. Even Dhamma doesn't grasp for itself. Anatta Dhamma. The Anatta even doesn't grasp for itself. What is there that is grasping for Dhamma? Those who embody Dhamma is a delusion. How can Dhamma has an identity? This is all about delusion. All that has passed on is not the Satya Dhamma that has passed on, but it's more of opinions and meanings within the Dhamma. This is karma that is practicing within Dhamma. Each one on one's own path. Nibbāna has a path. Nibbāna has sects, sectarians. Nibbāna has nothing to do with the ordained or the lay people. Nibbāna is not classified as anything at all. Neither is about religions, neither sects or doctrines. They use opinions to make it as this and that, on, and competing with one's own opinions as this and that, quarreling each other by one's own opinions and meanings. This is all doesn't work. Nibbāna is not classified as anything, neither is emptiness. Emptiness is not emptiness itself. Nibbāna has no meaning as Nibbāna itself. When you use opinions and meanings, it becomes an opinion as this and that. Being empty or not empty, Nibbāna or not Nibbāna, enlightened or not enlightened. This is all about opinions and meanings. That is from practicing in seeing, in knowing, practicing in mindfulness, just practicing through the knowing as usual. It's coming from the practicing. That's why it becomes significance, meanings as this and that, on endlessly. It's supposed to be ending, but instead they practice. The practice is not giving ending to anything. Even mindfulness, there is the arising in the mindfulness. Mindfulness is anatta. If you practice mindfulness, you practice anatta. What is there within mindfulness? Mindfulness has an identity. Identity has mindfulness. It's supposed to be ending, but they practice. That is going further than the Buddha's teachings. Step back to not grasp for the non-grasping itself. This will end all about not grasping. That's why step back to mind from mind itself. It's not about practicing for attainment. It's not about maintaining either. Give up the giving up itself. Let go of the letting go itself. The presence doesn't grasp for itself. This is not about not taking the past or the future and taking just the present. But you take all and everything from the present. You take the past and the future at the same time. This is not the way. Taking just the present, you take also the past and the future because it's already in the center of the present by one's own fabrication. Everything is not grasped for the non-grasping itself. Let's step back to this point. Step back from the stepping back itself, otherwise the desire will be off-sided on and on endlessly. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself. This is blossom out of the blossoming state. There is no lotus flowers that is blossoming and budding. It discards its flowers anyway. is always deteriorating. It discarding itself. The code is everything is discarding the discarding itself, not attached to the non-attachment itself. End our identity about attaching or not attaching. Here again, it will end all of the listening. Listening, hearing towards that which gives ending, then ending happens automatically. It is not about listening and practicing endlessly. It will just continue endlessly in such a way without ending. Knowing is there, but it has nothing to do with knowing or not knowing. The body is there, but it has nothing to do with the body. Sound, smell, taste, touches, and shapes are there, but not having to do with them. Ending, the ending itself with everything. Hear this, everyone is brightening here. So many has nothing to do with the forms of being ordained or not. Uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself. Therefore, it has nothing to do with any type of form of formlessness. Naturally. Naturally, it has nothing to do with any form, any made-up things. This is because of uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself. Whatever that is meritorious Dhamma or not, it has nothing to do with any types of Dhamma naturally. That is called, it has nothing to do with anatta or not anatta. Nibbāna is not classified as anatta or not. Don't be mistaken here. Nibbāna has nothing to do with being anatta or not anatta. It has no status as anything. Anatta is within all the natural phenomenon in the form and formlessness. Nibbāna is not a phenomenon. It has no status as anything. It neither is an insight. Therefore, let's conclude. No is not know itself. Let's purify. Don't be obsessed with titi. Yes or no, this and that.